Hi, I'm Holly Williams. Welcome to Holistic Life. Hello. Welcome. I'm Holly. And today we're going to do some desk yoga. Sitting at a desk can cause a lot of pain, discomfort, and some weakness, tightness in some places of the body. So you can see as I'm sitting here, I may not look that comfortable, and I'm not. And I'm going to explain why. So as we sit in chairs, you can see that I'm slouched over. My neck is basically protruding forward. My chin is forward. I have this very heavy angle in the back of my neck. My chest is caved in. My belly is sticking out. And if I were to stand up, I might look a little something like this. Now, and from the front, I might look like this. So you can see my shoulders are caving forward, my chest is caved in, my belly is sticking out, my weight is sitting in basically the backs of my legs. This is tight, my lower back hurts, all kinds of stuff. So this is called upper cross and lower cross syndrome. These are caused by sedentary lifestyles and also sitting in a chair for extended periods of time during the day. So we're going to hopefully take your posture from here and take it up to here. Much more comfortable. The spine can actually feel its nice natural curves. Stronger, feels better. So if you're at a desk, or if you're just watching this and you're like, that's interesting, maybe you could take some tips from this. This is my home office with my very empty desk. Not really. But I'm going to show you some stuff on how to make yourself feel better, maybe in the middle of a work day. Maybe you got about 10-15 minutes to do some simple movements at your desk. It'll feel really good. And incorporating this kind of stuff throughout your day might help your posture a little bit, might help if you ever get headaches from, sitting there with your neck all crunched in on itself. That can cause a lot of tension there in the back. Maybe adding some space into those vertebrae will feel really good. So let's do some desk yoga. Let me put my coffee down. Let me clear my desk so we can do desk yoga. So, scenario, you're sitting at your desk, you've done a whole bunch of work, it's almost lunchtime, and you're tired, you're tight, your neck hurts, your back hurts, and you still have half of your day left. Maybe a couple of these moves will help you get through your day. So, if you find yourself here, working away, doop-a-doop-a-doo, let's put the work away. Maybe shut off the computer, maybe just the screen if you're working at a computer. Most of us are these days. Close it, shut it off, leave the distraction. If you have a keyboard and mouse, push it away. Hopefully you have some kind of front edge of your desk that you can use. And then some kind of chair. It doesn't have to be a rolly chair. It can just be a normal four-legged chair. So just maybe scoot back a little bit. Place your hands on your thighs. Sit real nice and tall in your chair. Really scoot the back of the spine into the back of the chair and really feel the feet on the floor. So our feet are about hips distance apart, just like this. Hands are resting right here. And we want them to rest basically in a nice line with the spine. So you can see the line of my arm is basically going from neck down. Well, I'm not here. So letting that chest be nice and open, letting the shoulder blades relax back in towards the spine. Maybe just take a couple breaths. If you'd like to, maybe close your eyes. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel your hands on top of your thighs. And just breathe. Couple breaths. Feel the support under your seat. Feel the support on your back. And breathe. When you're ready, let's go ahead and open our eyes if you have your eyes closed. And let's sit nice and tall. So maybe scoot the chair back just a little bit and scooch forward. So now we're off the support of the chair and we're just going to have a little bit of posture here. So instead of allowing ourselves to sink back into our spines, the pelvis tilting backwards, let's tilt that pelvis forward. So really bring the belly towards the tops of the thighs. Feel weight in your feet. So we don't want to take the weight out of our feet. You can lean back and you can kind of feel how much weight is taken out of your feet. If you lean forward, you can really feel the weight in your feet. They're much less likely to move. They offer a lot of stability and support for nice posture. So bringing the shoulder blades in towards each other. Let's keep the hands on the thighs, sit nice and tall, reach up through the crown of the head. Let's inhale, lengthen up through the spine, through the crown of the head, and exhale. One more time, inhale. Really lengthen through the spine, feel the weight in the feet. Pelvis is tilting forward, shoulder blades are resting back. Work trucks are driving by, and exhale. Now sitting here nice and tall, let's inhale. Let's lift the chin. As we lift the chin, let's feel the shoulder blades come towards each other, really widening the front of the ribs. Pelvis is still slightly tilted forward. And keeping this nice posture, let's exhale and bring the chin towards the chest. Really feeling length in the back body, feeling the spine lengthen, feeling a really nice stretch on the back of the cervical spine or the neck. Inhale the chin up, shoulder blades come towards the spine, the pelvis is still tilting slightly forward, weight is in our feet. Length in the front of the throat and chin. And exhale, keeping that posture, keeping the shoulder blades back, keeping weight in the feet, pelvis tilted forward. Let's tuck the chin towards the chest. And maybe take a breath or two here. This feels really good for me, you guys. And when you're ready, just come up here to neutral. Now here in neutral, let's inhale and look over the right shoulder. Lengthen up through the spine and look over that right shoulder, or left, whichever. And then exhale, continuing length through the spine. Let's look over the other shoulder. Just bringing movement here into the neck, shoulders. Inhale, over the shoulder. Lengthening up through the spine, pelvis is still forward. Weight is still in the feet, hands are still on the thighs. And exhale to the other side. And of course, you can stay in any one of these positions for as long as you want. If it feels good, just stay there. And then coming to neutral. With your next inhale, still maintaining this nice posture, feet are still on the floor, hands are still on the thighs, pelvis is still tilted, gently forward so the spine can be nice and long. Let's inhale and pick this ear up. Just pick it up. We're picking this ear up instead of bringing this ear to the shoulder because we don't want to cause any more tension here. We just want to feel length here. So really feel that length. Maybe between this point and the ear, you can really feel. Now I could stay here for a while. This feels really good. And whenever you're ready, let's very gently inhale through center and exhale, lift up the other ear. Again, really feeling that length from the tip of the shoulder up to the ear. So making this length comfortable. We want to breathe nice and steadily. We don't want to hold our breath. If we hold our breath, we hold tension. Let's do one more time each side. Very gently, taking the head through center and lifting up through the ear. Really feeling that length, allowing this shoulder to fall away from the ear. And breathing. Coming through center very gently and lifting the other ear. Continuing to breathe, continuing to have that pelvis gently tilted forward so we can feel weight in the feet and the spine can be nice and long. Kind of like doing this swivel because I can face you and then not. All right, and then coming back to center. Maybe just put a little bit of movement back into the neck. Maybe some shoulder circles. So bringing the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, down. Keeping the chin up, the spine nice and long. The shoulders come forward, up, back, and down. Let's switch directions. Let's go back. So squeezing the shoulder blades in towards the spine, come up towards the head, forward, and down. One more time. Inhale back, up, forward, down. Awesome. So we're kind of maintaining both upper cross and lower cross syndrome. The lower cross right now is just supporting us. So we're just practicing support, posture, structure here in the lower body while we strengthen and lengthen this upper body. We'll get to the lower body here in just a little bit. Now continuing with the upper body, let's just do a nice big open air hug. Really just bring the world into the arms. Really bring those shoulder blades back, almost bringing the elbows back towards each other, lifting in the chin. Really feeling open in this front body. Pelvis is still gently tilted forward and weight is in our feet. That feels amazing. If you want to lengthen the arms, almost like a morning stretch, really feeling those shoulder blades back towards each other and just let it relax. Maybe wiggle in the shoulders a little bit. Now let's inhale, bring the arms up. And we're going to exhale, sweep this arm over and get under the elbow with the other arm. So sitting nice and tall. Again, continuing this nice posture. Pelvis is forward instead of back. So you can see what it looks like if I go back to poor posture. I just look uncomfortable, don't I? I am. It's very uncomfortable. Feel nice and stretchy here. Weight in the feet. So just right here, maybe even wiggle the arm, wiggle the fingers, maybe even add some dimension with some side bends, stability in these feet, keeping the pelvis forward. And these movements can be as big or small as you would like. This is your desk, it's your office. It's your rules, so just kind of giving you some pointers. And whenever you want to come out of this, you can. When you do, very gently unwind it. Go back to our big air hug and exhale. Bring the hands back to the thighs. Maybe roll the shoulders if you like, forward and back. Just no tweaking in the neck. And let's do the other arm. So inhale the arms up about halfway, sweeping this arm over and holding it with this other arm. So we're really just hugging this in towards the body, trying to keep this arm nice and straight. If we're here, then maybe just go here, because we want to get that nice length really back in here. Actually, it's really back in here that we're feeling that length. Maybe a couple wiggles, and then if you'd like to, some side bends. You can see that as I started bending, my stance got wider. That's okay. Your stance can get wider too. Hopefully you have enough room in your office. I have an open floor plan. No cubicles in my house. Wiggle in the fingers, maybe a little bit of a wiggle in the arm. Really relaxing that shoulder away. And just get it loose when you're ready. Nice big air hug. Wiggle the fingers. Maybe even little supination, pronation in the arms. That's the rotation. Turning them in, turning them out. Maybe do a little bit of a chicken dance. Maybe run in place. Anything. It all feels really, really good. Okay. Now we have another support. This is a nice support, you guys. So what we can do, we can kind of do some forward folds and start getting into this lower part of the body. So in support of the hands, let's scoot the chair back just a little bit to where it's comfortable. You want to feel all 10 fingers on your desk. You want to feel weight in your feet. Your pelvis is still tilted forward, so we're not tilted back. You can see the difference between that and this. You can even see the difference in the positioning of my head. So when I'm crunched in like this, look where my head is. Now if I'm sitting nice and tall, you can even hear a difference in my voice. When I'm crunched in, my lungs aren't able to get a lot of oxygen. When they're nice and long and supported by my spine, I can have a nice supported breath. It's all connected. So as far back as you want to scoot your chair, we're going to start feeling some nice length here. Feeling weight in our feet. Feeling weight in the tops of the thighs. Feeling the belly in the thighs. Maybe even bring the chin towards the chest very gently. Keeping the hands on the desk. Feeling weight in the feet. Nice long spine. Maybe if you want a little bit more dimension in those shoulders, make your stance a little bit wider and then let your chair swivel. If you have a swivelly chair, even if you don't, you should be able to swivel just a little bit. Adding just a little bit of dimension here in the outside of these shoulders. Almost like we're doing a wide-legged child's pose and doing our little sways back and forth, but we're in a chair. So it's even better. All right, very gently, grab your chair, scoot it forward. Go ahead and rest your back onto your back support. And just notice. Notice how your shoulders feel. Notice how your neck feels. Maybe even notice how the muscles here in your pecs feel. Mine feel pretty good. Pretty good. Let's get into the lower body. So, as I was saying before, lower cross syndrome is when that pelvis is really tilted backwards. You can see it right away. So this is all caved in. All of it. Even the chest, the head kind of protrudes forward. The pelvis is tilted backwards. My feet are almost completely, they're on the floor, but they're almost completely disconnected. There's kind of no life in it. So we want to tilt that pelvis forward, feel the weight come into our feet, let the shoulders rest back towards the spine, sitting nice and tall. Okay. So we're going to strengthen a little bit here. We're going to loosen our hip flexors here because our hip flexors are a big problem when sitting. They get really, really tight. So we're going to lengthen, strengthen, and then sit back in our chair. Should be nice and easy. So we're actually going to stand up. So scoot that chair back. We're going to let our weight shift into our feet. And we're going to feel length in the backs of our legs. So using your desk as support, having a nice long spine, nice long legs. Your knees can be as bent as they need to. But again, let's keep that pelvis tilted forward instead of back. So even doing, you can see how crunched and bent my spine is and how unsupported my neck looks. So if we just tilt that pelvis forward, we feel length in our spine. We feel length here in the backs of the legs. And then let's just, from side to side, let our weight go side to side, really feeling that length here in the back of the legs. Maybe even feeling it all the way down into our calves. Calves, whatever. That feels awesome. So very gently, let's walk towards the desk. Keep the hands nice and steady on the desk. And all we're going to do, we're going to let our weight come into our hands. Kind of scoot our feet back. Let the hips come forward. And let's just lift in the chin. So now we're lengthening here in the front body. So you can really feel your abs stretch, the front of your legs stretch, and even the backs of your legs. Nice little stretch here. Tilting that pelvis forward, and then let's press the hands into the desk. Let the tail come back. Bringing the belly towards the thighs. Almost doing like a standing transition from like up dog to down dog. So we would call this like a desk down dog, and then we would call this a desk up dog. So really feeling length in the front body here, and then really feeling length in the back body. Keeping the shoulders in towards each other, keeping the pelvis tilted, actually tilting it. Yeah, really just keeping the pelvis tilted forward this whole time really helps lengthen in this very short front body. All right, when you're ready, that felt really good. So let's go here. We're going to use the desk as support, and we're going to start here on the left side or right side, whatever side, this side. So hand on the desk, we're going to put weight into this foot. Allow this foot to rise. We're actually going to bring our foot into our hand. You can use your chair too. So you can bring your knee onto your chair, add a little bit of support, and we're really going to feel length here in the front of the hip flexor. Maybe flexing that foot, little flex and point, feeling the difference between what a flex and a point feels like and how it relates to this very tight muscle. You're always welcome to just go here, or you can go here. And you can do it this way too. There's lots of different ways you can get the same kind of sensation. Just kind of sometimes have to be creative. So here you can do little desk dips. You can feel length here, and we're also strengthening this. If you want to do this, that's an option. If you want to just take the stretch, that's an option too. Use your desk as support. Really feel length and breathe. That feels real good, guys. Now, keeping support here, let's go ahead and hug this knee in. Maybe do a couple circles, and then let that leg go. Now instead of turning around and showing you my backside, I'm just going to come on the other side of my desk. So again, support here on this side. We want to put weight into this foot so this foot can get really, really light and do kind of what it wants to do. Support in this hand. So let's go ahead and grab that back foot. Maybe do some flexes and points. And then you can just stand here and breathe, honestly. Trying not to do one of these. If you're doing one of these, grab your chair. You can always use props. Always do that. You can even rest your foot there. That's a really nice way to lengthen without reaching back there if that's really uncomfortable. This feels really good. Nice natural length here in the front of the hip flexor. And breathing. Keeping the pelvis tilted forward instead of back. Keeping a nice long front body. Shoulders are towards each other. And we're breathing. That's it. Nice and easy breathy. And again, if you want to do that little length and strengthen exercise, you can bring this foot here and then bend in this front leg. Really feel length here. And we want to sit up nice and tall so you feel that length here. And then feeling that strength here in this front leg. Trying not to let the knee go beyond the toes. It may be tough, but we don't want to like sink in front of our toes. That's okay. Make it comfortable. Just make it so it feels good. We're not overextending. We're not hurting ourselves. But that feels real nice. And then let me invite you to do a desk squat. So you can use your chair, you can use your desk, but we're very gently going to do just a little bit of a squat. You make the feet as wide as you would like. You can use your chair if you want. You can like do one of these. I know, Ted in the cubicle over might be like, dude, what are you doing? Dude, I'm stretching. I'm taking a break. Cool. I'm going to go eat Chipotle or something. That feels really good. All right. Lengthen it up. Let's sit back in our chair. Maybe start to ready ourselves to get back to work. Maybe if this is your lunchtime, go ahead and eat your lunch. Hopefully your hips feel a little nice, your shoulders feel a little nice, and maybe that was a good little break in the middle of your day. Now, any of those things, you can always do those, especially at your desk when you're feeling tense, tight, tired. Just pull out one of those moves, like, oh man, my shoulders hurt so bad. Nice air hug. Oh man, my shoulders are super tight. One of these. Just incorporating that stuff kind of into your everyday life is a really great support system to have. I think that's it. I mean, you can always do more. There's always more you can do. But we'll put that in another video. So let me know. Did you do my desk yoga? How was it? Let me know. We are going to do a gentle flow, addressing upper cross, lower cross, and we're going to do a fast flow that's going to strengthen those weakened muscles that cause upper cross and lower cross syndrome. Stick around. Find me on Instagram at Holistic Life, also on Facebook, doing a live Zoom class every Friday at 5, only 15 minutes for $5. And have a great day, guys. Go back to work. See ya.